Hello, my dear students. Welcome to the Faculty Driven Institute Resultant. Hope you guys are fine. So, guys, in today's session, I'll be talking about that what is the right time to start your GATE preparation and what should be the perfect strategy so that you can crack GATE with a good rank in the very first attempt. So, why to wait? And let's start the session quickly. Okay, but before we start the session, let me quickly tell you a few things. That first of all, this is our new initiative. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel, kindly do so. Like the session and share it with maximum of your friends. Apart from that, if you don't know about me, then you can go through my profile as well. And now let's start. That what is the right time and right strategy to prepare for GATE examinations? I guess you know about it, and if you haven't, so let me tell you. Talking about the right time, obviously there is no age limitation, no age bar is there as far as GATE exam is concerned. Okay, so a person who is 50 years old, 70 years old, 80 years old can give the GATE paper. Logic is basically if you want to go into PSUs, generally it is 28 years. Generally, if I'm talking about the general category, relaxation as per different reservation is there. Okay, so no age bar is there as far as if you want to give the GATE examination. Talking about PSUs, generally it is 28 years is the age limit. Okay, which recruits through GATE scorecard. Next, if I talk it about, so obviously if there is no age bar is there, you can do any time your preparation. Then what should be the strategy to prepare for GATE examination? As far as strategy is concerned, start your preparation as early as possible. Now you'll say, ma'am, as early as possible, that what do you mean to say? That means that if I'm on the first year and you want me that in the very first year I should start with the preparation? No, I don't mean to say this. Okay, because there is a difference between the right time versus the ideal time. Obviously you can start your preparation anytime, you can start your preparation 1 month before the examination, but that is not the right time, right? So firstly, let me tell you that basically there is a difference between the two. Right time is obviously this paper, if you want to crack GATE in the very first attempt with a very good rank, generally it requires 8 months. Okay, I won't say properly 1 year, but 8 to 10 months. To be precise, 8 months is more than sufficient. So if you are dedicatedly studying in a full-fledged manner, then 8 months is also sufficient to crack GATE, and that too with a single digit rank. Okay, now right time, if you start for, let us suppose you talk about the college going students, we advise them that start from your second year of college. From your second year of college, you can start your preparation. Ma'am, why not the first year? See, you have went to the college, just try to explore the various career options first and then jump into it. Without planning, just going haphazard manner, landing into something, some preparation which everybody is doing, it doesn't make sense. Okay, so first plan it, what you want to do it. Okay, what you want, what are the various career options? Maybe you don't want to go through the government sectors, maybe you want to do MBA into, from the IIMs and then get placed there in the private companies. So your requirement can be different, your final career options can be different. So it's not that first year you are landing into this. No, it's not required. Okay, you can start from the second year. And one more reason is, from the second year of your college you get more into the technical subjects. Okay, so that will be better, that if you start your preparation, of course there is a difference between the university paper and the GATE paper, but the concepts will remain same. If I'm teaching you anything like shear force and bending moment, so whether you are giving the paper for your college or whether you will be appearing for GATE, shear force and bending moment is not going to change. Only the pattern of questions which will be asked will be different. Clear? So you can start from second year of a college if you have clarified, you have clear with your things that yeah, you want to pursue MTech, or basically you want to go into the research field, or you want to crack GATE with a good rank and get into PSUs. Okay, now second, talking about, like, let us suppose you say, ma'am, first year I'm very sorted that I want to go into this GATE only, PSUs only, and I want to utilize my time after first year, because after first year semester break will be there and the second year of college. So if you are into that no, I don't want to waste a single minute of mine, so from first year when it is completed, you can start with aptitude, English, and you can go for mathematics as well. Okay, so this is the idle time versus the basically the idle time is there. So of course, if you start early, 8 months is required. So if you're able to give 8 months, cool enough. pretty much sorted. Okay, so try to start early. And if you're like, you'll say that, ma'am, we are in a dilemma whether I should do it or not. So see, guys, if you are right now in the second year and you're watching my video, then I'll say that try to figure it out early. One reason for that is basically you can appear in the third year also. Initially it was in the between, it was not there, only the fourth year final year students can appear. So if you are appearing in the third year and you're getting a good rank, so everybody else will be struggling in the next year. Campus placements will be there, major projects will be there, and on top of that, gate exam preparation will be there, ESC will be there. But you will be calmed and chilled out because you have got a good rank in the initial phase, okay, in the third year. So that becomes pretty much, you can say, relaxing, and that pays off, your hard work pays off. So it's not like that all my fellow members, fellow students are there, they are preparing, they start the preparation from third year. Why should I not enjoy my college life right now, and why should I right now study? So that thing, if you have that mindset, so let me tell you, as early you as you start your preparation, okay, it will be better for you that at the end, before you end up your college, you will be having a lot of career options and you won't be struggling with it. Okay, so that is one of the advantages which you get it. And as I told you, the right time will be the, basically the idle time, you can say, will be that 8 to 10 months are required. And now it depends upon you that how much time you are ready to give to. Okay, even if you are a college person, or even if you are a person who is going with job, juggling between job and studies, you can check it out that how much time is, how much should be the idle time and what is the right time which is required. Okay, so idle time is 8 months. If you're able to give that much time, it's good. But right time is, you should realize that fine, now I'm very much clear, sorted out that I have to prepare for this examination at any cost, and then you should jump for it. Okay, now next, coming further, idle time I have already told you. First year students, aptitude, English, mathematics, you can start with your second year. From that, you can start with technical subjects. Now comes the question, ma'am, which technical subjects? Because you just randomly said that technical subjects, but there are n number of technical subjects for various branches. So could you clarify that which technical subjects are you talking about? So let me tell you, if I talk about technical subjects, so technical subjects are the ones in which that basic subject which is related to all other subjects. You need to say, ma'am, what? Like example, if you don't know the alphabets, you cannot make words, you cannot make sentences, right? Similarly, there are certain subjects which acts as the basis for other subjects. Okay, so if you don't know that particular subjects, it becomes very difficult to understand the other subject. So that is the reason that subject which the concepts of which, the amount, or you can say the concept along with you can say a particular topic or other things will be used to try to cover first that basic subject first. Okay, and then move to the other subjects. Okay, now you can say that, ma'am, can is it possible that we'll read all the subjects? No, basically start from the basic subjects and those subjects which are there in your semester, so that you at the end you don't crumble up that, oh my god, I have to study different subjects for my semester and different subjects is going on. So it's better that whatever subjects are there in your semesters, you can start with the preparation so that you don't have to juggle between both of them, and in a very easy breezy manner you are able to complete your syllabus, and then you can say that pressure will not be there with you. Okay, now next, coming further, that how should I start? I don't know, means I have thought that I should prepare for the examinations, but I don't know anything. Okay, I don't know anything about gate, I'm very zero. Okay, so first very important is, before studying for the examination, study the exam. What this exam wants from you, it wants a dedication of 8 months. It wants a rigorous practice, rigorous learning, and a lot of hard work and patience for 8 months. There will be times when you will be like, oh my god, I cannot do it, I'm not able to do it, I'm not able to solve questions, I'm not getting good marks in the test series. It will happen. Okay, but you should be firm enough, no, I'll be able to crack it. Okay, now talking about how to start it. First is understand the exam. Understand the exam is that basically, because I told you now, because everybody else is jumping to give that examinations, you shouldn't do. You know that it is a 3 hours paper, 100 marks is there, 65 questions is there. Okay, first you should know everything about it, right? You will be having three patterns: MCQ, MSQ, and NAT. Okay, multiple select question, more than one answers will be correct. Numerical answer type question, it is a fill in the blanks, anything can be put into this, integer, decimals, anything. Okay, so no negative marking for MSQ and NAT. While MCQ multiple choice questions, 4 marks will be there. If it is a 1 marks question, 1 by 3 will be a negative marking. If 2 marks question is there and you do it wrong, you will get a negative marking of 2 by 3. Okay, so 65 questions will be there. Out of this 10 questions will be comprising of your general aptitude. Okay, and apart from that, rest 55 questions will be your technical. Okay, and in that, mathematics is also included. 10 questions exclusively for your general aptitude. Okay, 10 questions, basically how many marks? 15 marks. 5 questions will be of 1 marks. Yeah, this, and 5 questions will be of 2 marks. So this will make 15 marks for your aptitude. Okay, and here, if I talk it about, out of 65 questions, if I talk it about, 30 questions will be carrying 1 marks, and 35 questions in total will be carrying 2 marks. Okay, so this is the 65 questions are there, 30 plus 35, 65 questions are there, and the total marks is 100 marks. Okay, some questions will be of 1 mark, some questions will be of 2 marks. So now, talking next, obviously first you have understood the examination, what this examinations wants from you. Then after that, you can start. Basically, what I say, that planning is important, which maximum students don't do, and actually you run away from it. You land up to studying, just you join a coaching class or anything like that, and basically you lack planning, and that is the reason at the end you end up getting nothing. Okay, first you should have a proper plan of 8 months. That, okay, fine, let us suppose January, I will keep it for January 25, I will keep it exclusively for revision purpose. December, I'll keep it for November ending, or mid of November, I'll be completing my syllabus, and after that, I'll be just doing the revisions, solving again pre-YQs and giving mock tests. So based on that, so let us suppose your deadline is November 15th. This is your deadline, that till this time you will cover the entire syllabus. So right now, let us suppose from June 6. Okay, so June 6 to November 15. How many subjects are there? How many hours that subject requires? So you can divide it and you can start your preparation like this. But you will say that, ma'am, whatever division we do or whatever things we do, things doesn't work out in that same manner. It's okay if whatever planning you have done, 70 to 80%, if you're able to execute it, that is also good. Okay, so don't worry that, oh my god, whatever I planned, it's not going. If 70-80% also you're able to follow it, that means you are on the right track. You don't have to worry about it. Clear? So that is one of the things which you should know. So this is the manner which you can start. Now coming next is the gate preparation tips to keep the spirits high. Now see, tips is, as I told you very first, start as early as possible. Have a proper study format. Okay, see, 12 hours studying in a haphazard manner without planning, or instead giving half an hour for planning and doing it, that will, you can see the impact yourself. Like a day before, plan whatever things you're going to do the next day, so that next day half of the time is wasted thinking that what I have to do. Okay, so that is one of the thing which you have to follow. Next thing which you have to keep is, obviously time to time revision is important. Don't say at the end, ma'am, I studied for 10 hours a day, but then also my paper was not that good. It's not about only learning, mugging up the things and all. It's about how much you retained it. Okay, so how much you have studied, your mind was able to retain it, that is also important. Clear? So that is the reason what you have to do is quite a large number of times revision. Specifically, as the exams approach nearer, you should be practicing, or you should be practicing questions a lot number of times. You should be doing revision, because see, actually what you do is, guys, you start with the preparation. Okay, but eventually you forget, you are in a verge of covering large number of subjects, and the thing what you don't do is you leave revision. You are like, at the end we'll see to it. So the subject which used to be your favorite subject in the initial days, because you haven't done revision, because you haven't done practice of it, now you are trying to forget the things. Okay, and then you panic because, ma'am, that was my favorite subject, I knew each and everything of it, but right now I'm not able to recall anything. Why? Because you should do revision of it. Now how can you do the revision? That also I'll tell to you. Follow this 70-30 ratio. See, when your first subject is there, you have completed it. So if, let us suppose, you are moving to second subject, So 70% of the time you will give it to the second subject, and first subject you will give 30% of the time in which you will be doing the revision. Okay, now let us suppose you have moved to the third subject. So you will be like 60, 20, 10. 60% of the time to the third subject. Now that doesn't mean that you will leave the second subject. 20% of the time to the second subject, and 10% of the time to the first subject. This is what you have to follow. You don't have to break the link of the initial subjects which you have studied. Getting it? You shouldn't break the link, and you have to follow this so that it will be better for you. Clear? So how much time should be given for each subject? And it's not now whatever what is the basic wrong thing which people think is revision means opening the notes and mugging it up. No, revision means like I've studied that subject in a full-fledged manner. So I'll take out any random questions and I should be able to solve it. If I'm sitting and I'm memorizing that what should be the formula, I should get into it. Okay. If I'm solving a test series without even revising that particular subject because I have studied pretty much a number of times right now, so I should be able to do it. That is what is revision. Revision doesn't mean just mugging off your notes again and again. It means that you're capable enough that you will be solving a large number of questions. But what is wrong is you are just focusing on notes, notes, notes. So all theoretical questions are not going to come. Of course, your concept should be strong. Okay, but that concepts, what is the use of the concepts if you are not able to apply them in the questions? Then there is no use of it. So it is better that if you are studying something, okay, you should be able to apply it. So solve more and more number of questions. If you have solved PYQs, good. Purchase any test series. Generally, I advise that if you have started your preparation early, then purchase any two institutes test series. Okay, that is much better. So that you will get a exposure to a large variety of questions. Okay, and solve questions. This will improve and it will enhance your performance as well. Clear? So this you need to do. Talking about next is the final shot. Final shot in a sense is basically, or you can say the final verdict which we'll be having is your practice revision. Basically, in this time, consistency will be required. See, as the time approaches further, you start to panic, you are start to that you don't able to recall the things, and you break your consistency. Or let us suppose your semester exams comes in between, your major projects, whatever comes in between, it tries to break your consistency. See, specifically as you approach from October ending, November, December, January, these are the crucial months for gate examinations. So as you're approaching further, it should be like you should be more firm, more dedicated, more concentrated, more focused for your final, you can say, challenge, you can for the final paper. Okay, you should have practiced a number of mock tests in such a manner like you know already that how to do that 65 questions, how to attempt it, whether should I go for general aptitude first or whether should I go for technical, whether I should start the paper from the very back or shall I start from the first. Okay, if the starting 5-10 questions I'm not able to do it, then also I should not lose my confidence. If 10-15 questions of the starting I have done it and all questions I feel it is correct, then also I shouldn't be over enthusiastic that the paper is easy. So in both the situations you have to be pretty much calm. Okay, and the next part is you have to practice. So at the end, as far as you're approaching towards the gate examination, your thing is you should practice, practice, practice. Practice n number of questions, practice n number of mock tests, so that your performance, obviously you will be analyzing your mistakes, whether you are doing calculations mistakes or whether you are doing silly mistakes. Like silly mistakes like in, let us suppose an NAT question is a numerical answer type question. And in the question it is written round off to the nearest integer. You got the answer example 31.9. Technically, you should write 32 because in the question it is given already round off to the nearest integer, but you are writing 31.9. So all the work which you have done, it is gone in vain. Why? Because in the question deliberately it is telling you that you have to put it in the integer format and you are putting it in a decimal format. So these are the silly mistakes. You are making reading error in this. Okay, if you are doing calculation mistakes, practice more and more in the virtual calculator. See, generally while studying you use this scientific calculators, but you know that scientific calculators will not be there. Okay, so as much as possible try to use virtual calculator so that your speed will also increase, and if you're making mistakes right now, afterwards your accuracy will be more. Okay, so that is the thing which you should know. So this is the final shot: practicing, revision, and being consistent. See, initially with a high enthusiasm, no, no, I'll crack gate, and you started. But eventually over the time that enthusiasm goes out. Okay, so if you are right now starting, everybody will motivate you and that motivation will remain momentarily for a certain time. But keeping that motivation, self motivation, and preparing till the end, giving the paper, that is something which maximum students don't possess. Okay, so if possible, try to have the like minded people who are like full focused with like you, who are very very determined like you. Okay, make a group of these peoples and study, because if you will walk alone, you will walk for a lesser distance, right? So that is the reason, if you carry a large number of people, large means 2 3 people groups who are like minded like you, who are also in that quench for success. Okay, so you are not going into any stupid talks, only studies, and that to intellectual things. If you're finding any question stuff and you're not able to do it, you'll post it in the groups. Okay, if you're connected in WhatsApp, Telegram, whatever it is, and people are solving it. Okay, so there is a healthy discussion about a particular topic, and you are able to explore a much variety of questions. Clear? So these are the things which you should follow, and as far as right time is concerned, if you start now as early as possible, that is much better. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. I hope you like this session. Share it with your friends, and we'll meet you in the next session. Thank you, everyone.